Hello and welcome to a new video from on board the MS Amera of Reisen. Today it is day 7 of our cruise and we are reaching the city of Tromsø, one of the biggest northern cities in the world and the biggest northern city of Norway. And here on the map you can see our route today. We're starting in the middle of the night. I woke up, took a look out of the window, it was about 3 o'clock in the night. And obviously this far north we have the midnight sun, so that's quite impressive to see. And after a very early breakfast, it was time for me to leave the ship. I was in fact the first passenger to leave the Amera because most other passengers were taking a shuttle bus to the city center, which was about 4 kilometers away. But I decided to walk. It was a walk of about 30 to 45 minutes, so no problem at all. And so I didn't have to care about any timings of buses, and so I could just easily walk to the city center. And I was walking even a bit further because I was not going to the city center. I was walking over this impressive bridge, which is quite interesting because no matter how the weather is in the city, on top of that bridge it's always windy and stormy. Here we just saw the Arctic Cathedral of Tromsø, which is very impressive from the outside, but in my opinion not too impressive from the inside, so I would not recommend visiting it from the inside because you need to pay a lot of money for that. Instead I was going on to the cable car of Tromsø, so second day with the cable car, and this one was even more expensive than in Narvik, but this one offers an even better view. A fantastic panoramic view over Tromsø is what you can expect from the top of the Fjellheisen mountain. And already the way up there is very impressive. You have a very nice view over Tromsø. Of course we could also see our cruise ship, the Amera, docked a bit out of the center, and directly in the center was a cruise ship of Seaborn. And once I was on top, I first went to the restaurant to buy a souvenir and to have my second coffee of the day, as it was quite early. There was also a helicopter. I think it was a touristic flight, as the helicopter was turning in front of the mountain, so probably that everyone can see everything, and then it was flying off to the airport of Tromsø. And for me it was also time to leave the restaurant and walk a bit around the mountain, get some more panoramic views. And what's also quite nice is from the top of the mountain you can even see the airport of Tromsø and watch all those planes starting and landing. Of course there's a lot of flight traffic here in Tromsø, as some cities that are just a few hundred kilometers away might take hours or even days to reach if you're not taking the plane due to the topographic of Norway. You have to take a lot of ferries and bridges and going around fjords, so flying is by far the fastest and most efficient way to get around Norway, so there are a lot of flights within Norway. Here we can see the Arctic Cathedral one more time and also the panoramic view over the city of Tromsø. Yeah, and then it was time to go back down, and as I said, also the ride with the cable car is very impressive. It's also going quite high above the ground, as you can see here in the next shot. As you can see, it's going down quite a lot, so it's pretty impressive to take this cable car. And as you can see, it would be also quite difficult hike to get up here, so I can really recommend taking the cable car to enjoy this beautiful view. So there are 2 cruise ships today in port, so obviously as you can see there are a lot of buses here at the station of the cable car, and I'm walking back to the city center now again across this impressive bridge, which offers another fantastic view of Tromsø, and of course also on the Seaborn cruise ship that was in port with us today. And my next destination was the so-called Ølhallen, which is the oldest pub in town, belongs to the Mack brewery that claims to be the northernmost brewery in the world, but we will see a brewery that is far up more north than this one. But still it was quite nice to visit the Ølhallen and having a little beer tasting there. Then I walked back to the ship, and soon after it was already time to leave the port. MS Amera was sailing away. Also, the seaborne cruise ship was leaving the port a little bit earlier than us, but they had to go all the way around the island that Tromsø is located on. So we were about almost the same time leaving the city area of Tromsø, and both of us were going to Honningsvåg, the I would say most typical destination for cruises to northern Norway, because this is the port or the gate to the North Cape. In the evening we were passing the Havila Capella cruise ship of Havila Kustruten. This is a new company operating the same route like Hurtigruten, but due to European laws, Hurtigruten was not allowed to operate this route on their own, so a new company had to join Hurtigruten. Now both companies are operating this typical route, but for me the Havila ships do not look very interesting, so I think next time I would again book with Hurtigruten. In the evening it was time for the 50 years anniversary party of Reisen. Phoenix was founded in 1973. That means that Phoenix turns 50 this season. And that's it. Here you can see when the next video from Honningsvåg will be uploaded, and also the name of the song. As always, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider to comment, like, subscribe or share the video link, and I hope to see you in my next video.